This is new script of blizzare amazing hate speech of Greta Thunberg about Donalt Trump. How dare you? You are a disgrace to the name of America and your actions will not be tolerated. The time has come for you to go down in history as one of our greatest traitors, like those who have gone before you. We shall see if this man can keep his word or not. And now for something completely different. A very special episode of The Daily Show featuring Donald Trump. This week on the show we have Donald Trump, a man who was born with no hands and lost them at an early age. He's also a man who believes that he is the reincarnation of King Arthur. In case you're wondering what kind of person Donald Trump is, here's some information from Wikipedia. Donald John Trump, born June 14, 1946, is an American real estate developer and television personality. His father Fred Trump was a New York City cab driver and builder. His mother Mary Anne MacLeod was Irish Catholic. He worked to rebuild Central Park's ice skating rink in the 1970s, which helped him to expand into commercial and residential real estate. He owns a New Jersey golf course and various high-rise buildings around the world. He also owns a beauty contest and he's the biggest celebrity in the world. He intends to run for President of the United States in the next election. What do you think about his chances? Let us know what you think below. And now here he is. Donald Trump. There is a comical drum roll. Donald, hello, I'm only here for the money. We see a picture of a smartly dressed young man in an old-fashioned suit and wearing a hat. He is smiling politely as he stands by a set of large doors. 20s man, these are the doors to the boardroom at the top of a booming 1920s building company. 12 people have lost their lives building this tower, but they were simply the unlucky 13th and 14th. The doors open to reveal a beautiful 1920s Art Deco boardroom, with stained glass windows, a large oak table and 12 high-backed leather chairs with the company's logo on them. The latest in technology is at every seat, including laptops, iPads, iPhones, large flat-screen monitors and even a mini fridge. Outside the sun is shining and there is a faint sound of cheering in the background. 20s man, our contestants have a simple choice. They may take their place in this boardroom and compete for a chance to become this building's 13th floor and gain control of the company, or they may choose to step aside for one of their competitors and leave the building altogether. Let us see who is ready to take the risks in pursuit of victory. The 12 doors close, leaving only the one labeled 13. The 13er rises out of his seat and begins opening drawers to find nothing but cutlery. He runs his hands under the seats, behind the doors and along the walls in case there is a secret button somewhere. As he looks for clues, the rest of the group have found the exits locked and have taken their seats around the table. The door in the corner marked 13 opens to reveal a small metal box. A metal ball drops from it and rolls towards our man. With no other options, he picks it up and examines it carefully. It is solid, with no words or symbols on it. He takes his seat at the end of the table opposite the door and places it down on the table. He glances across at the box and considers his next move. The boardroom table is set out like a standardized pinball machine. There is a steel barricade's right and left flipper at one end, a lift gates button in the center, a release concrete button on the right and a mode change button on the left. Our man places the ball between his fingers and considers his options. The room is starting to shake and the lights are fading. There is a flash and the sound of thunder briefly fills the room. In unison, all 4 players hit the buttons as hard as they can. The steel walls slam down from the roof of the boardroom, crushing several of the zombies and splitting others in two. The lights come back on within the boardroom, but nothing is happening outside. A disappointed sigh comes from the ball as it rolls back to the box, which opens and releases a second ball. Our man throws his hands up in the air, shocked at what has happened. The steel walls slam back up into the roof, trapping our man inside the room. He walks over to the wall and stares at it in disbelief. There is a crash as one of the windows smashes open and a ghoul climbs through, followed by another and another. Our man slowly backs away from the boardroom, but the wall behind him disappears as the lift gates rise up from the basement. He looks around himself in panic and runs to one of the steel walls, but it's too late. He is quickly overwhelmed by the zombies and torn to pieces. His coworkers watch through the window with shock as his body